In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to start reselling in 2026. And a lot of resellers that make this video hold back a lot of information. They gatekeep and give a bunch of outdated information that doesn't make sense anymore. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm not holding back on anything. I'm going to give you everything you need to know. So by the end of this video, you can get started as soon as today. And I know a lot of you guys are beginners with not that much money to get started with. And luckily for you, in this video, I'm going to give you a free vendor to one of the best selling products in 2026. So stay tuned. Now, the very first part when you're getting into reselling is picking out what product you want to start with. And you're going to do something basically called market research, which sounds fancy, but it's really simple. All it is knowing what demographic you live in and what people to sell to and what products are going to be winning products in that area. So for example, Miami, Florida, it's super hot, super sunny. So products like t-shirts, summer clothing, sunglasses even are going to perform better. But then if we're talking about like Alaska or Canada, it's like some colder cities, states, and countries, obviously products like, scarves, beanies, winter clothes, coats, stuff like that are going to perform better. So you kind of just got to know your market. And this might sound super complicated, but the way you can do market research is just going on your local apps like Facebook, OfferUp, Craigslist, sorting the location by your area and kind of just scanning through. You can sort the areas by sold, what products have been selling well, what aren't, what's too saturated, what's not. And you can also use AI as well, like ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. They can also scan a ton of different listings, find what products are best selling in different areas, and kind of just scan the entire market that a human wouldn't be able to do. But if I was in your guys' shoes right now, the best product to start reselling, in my opinion, in 2026 right now is moissanite jewelry. As you can see, I have it on right here. I've been selling this stuff like crazy. It's flying off the shelves. And what we were talking about before, it literally does not matter on your demographic. It's a universal product. No matter what age people are, the weather they live in, people are buying moissanite every day, and it's only getting better. And as I mentioned before about a free vendor, I'm going to be hooking you guys up with my moissanite vendor for completely free. And I'm going to pop it up on screen. It's called moissanitesupply.net. It'll be first link in description. They have a ton of stuff from rings, earrings, chains, necklaces, bracelets, a ton of different stuff for pretty cheap. You can get products for as little as $25 and then sell for upwards of $200. Now, once you have the vendor, you're going to go ahead and pick out what products you want to start with. And in this case for moissanite, if you have a cheaper budget, I recommend starting with stud rings or stud earrings, which are like 25 bucks. They sell really well. And if you have a bigger budget, I recommend getting something like Cuban chains, tennis chains, or cross necklaces. And obviously, like I said, these products do cost a little bit more and they're more on the expensive side, but obviously with that you can sell it for more. Obviously you buy something and then you can sell it for more, so there's more profit per sale. Now once you have that product picked out that you actually want to get, obviously now it's time to pay for it. And the way you're going to do that with pretty much any vendor, any online website, you need an online payment method. So that could be PayPal, Apple Pay, or card. But I understand that a lot of you guys only have cash, you don't have an online payment method. And the way you can get around this is you can go to a store like Walmart, Walgreens, any kind of retail store that has a bunch of products in it, and you can get a Visa card, which is pretty much just an online way you can pay, but you can pay for that with cash. It doesn't need to be like a bank card, just a normal Visa card. You can buy it for like 20 bucks, 50 bucks, however much you want to get on there, and then obviously you can use that online to pay. And I know a lot of you guys always ask, like, do they deliver worldwide? Do the vendors, can they ship to me? And yes, they can ship, they deliver worldwide. All my vendors do, so you're 100% good to order no matter where you're from. And now after you place your order with the vendor and the product is coming on the way, obviously now you have to start thinking about selling it, which is the most important part. So the very first thing you're going to do is go on your phone and download every single marketplace app that's available to you. So for the US at least, you can get apps like Facebook, eBay, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, Vinted, OfferUp, Craigslist, Nextdoor, and Etsy. And basically having all these different apps is just going to maximize your reach. Obviously, the more places that you list your product, the more eyeballs and the more sales that you can potentially get. Now, there's two different categories of apps that they kind of fit into. One is online and then one is local. So the two apps that I mentioned, Facebook and OfferUp, are both local apps where you're pretty much only going to do meetups, which we're going to touch on more later. Basically, you're just going to meet up with someone physically and actually hand them the product. They give you the cash instead of just traditionally shipping it out, which is pretty much every other app. But something similar with all these different apps, the way you actually sell is by creating a listing, which consists of pictures, a title, description, and a price of your product that's like public, that people can scroll through and see and click on and obviously buy from. So we're going to get right into how to actually do that. All right, so starting with photos, which is pretty much the most important part of your listing. It's obviously like the visual representation of it, and it obviously is the part where people need to click on it. So what you can do is first kind of unique different like criteria. So the first one is actually having good lighting. So as you can see right here, I'm by a window. The lighting isn't the best right now, it's just raining, but obviously you're gonna want to have like a sunny day right near like a window, or you could do like artificial lighting, like a like a ring light or like a photo studio light box. But essentially a good background and good lighting is pretty much all you need. And then you're gonna go ahead and get pictures and make sure they're up close and good lighting. You don't want pictures where it's gonna be on your bed, terrible backgrounds, blurry, bad lighting. No one's gonna click on it in the first place, and even if they do, it's very like not appealing, and people don't want to buy stuff that's not appealing. So make sure you get around 5 to 8 different pictures. So the first one I kind of just got like an up close. And then what you can also do, and I highly recommend for moissanite, obviously, which I'm using for this example, is getting a diamond tester from the website. It's like only 20 bucks, and it helps super good with marketing. So as you guys can see, I can have a picture where I'm holding it up to here, and it's passing the diamond tester just to show that it's high quality moissanite. Obviously, you guys want to sell moissanite as moissanite. You don't want to sell it as diamond, so you can show that it's high quality moissanite, which people are looking for when they're buying moissanite. And then you can get a different angle, right? So this ring is also adjustable. As you guys can see on the bottom, it's an adjustable size, which is really good because obviously it fits a lot more people than just one ring size that's set on one person. So your buyer base and your target audience is way bigger. So then you can show that it's an adjustable size by taking a picture showing that angle. And then you can show a picture of it in use or on your fingers. Obviously, this is going to vary depending on your product. If it's clothes or if it's, something like jewelry or anything else like a downpipe, it's going to depend on what angles you should get. You want to showcase the product and its most important features. So obviously, passing the diamond tester, showing what it looks like, showing the adjustable size. And then these also do come with GRA certificates, which are pretty much receipts showing that it's high quality, the highest grade moissanite possible, which does come with the vendor. So then you're also going to want to get a product of the card and the papers. Boom, just like that. And then, like I said, around 5 to 8 pictures. You want to kind of showcase everything, get every important angle. And then after that, you should be good. And then it's time to go into actually getting the title, description, and setting the price. All right, now I'm going to show you guys the entire process of actually getting it listed up. So we have the pictures now, we're ready to go. And I'm just going to show you guys Facebook Marketplace for this example, but obviously every other app works as well. And it's pretty much the same process: photos, title, description, price, boom. But for Facebook, there's a little bit more features, so I'm going to go into those. It's pretty much like exclusive to any other app. So the first thing you can do on Facebook is go to the very bottom right. It says menu, and then you can click on groups. And then what you're going to want to do in these groups is basically search for your city and then buy, sell, trade. So let's say I live in Chicago, right? Basically, I would search up Chicago, buy, sell, trade. And the way Marketplace works with Facebook is you can not only list your products in just Marketplace itself, but there's different groups that you can join, like these ones right here, where you can list your listings in those groups, if that makes sense. So as you can see, the first one that pops up says Chicago buy, sell, and trade, 36,000 people. So you can put your Marketplace listing in these groups, and it's gonna potentially hit 36,000 more people's eyes. And it's just a way to get more eyes on your product. You can see the bottom one, or the second one down, Chicago and Illinois Marketplace buy, sell, trade. Chicago buy, sell, and trade, that one has 105,000 members. And there's a ton of other ones as well. As you can see, Chicago buy, sell, trade. And you can also look up, I'm not going to join all of them. You're going to want to join as many as you can. You can list up into 20 groups. But for this case, I'm just going to show you, like these two right here have a combined 100K. So there's a ton of different opportunities with this, and I would recommend joining as many as possible. That obviously makes sense for you. You're not going to want to join that one that says like buy and sell cars or anything. Just buy, sell, just very broad in your city, in your specific place. And then go back to Marketplace in the bottom of the tab. And then you're going to click on your little profile right here, and then click your listings, and then create new listing, one item. And then we're going to wait for this to load. And then as you can see at the top, add photos. So I'm going to go ahead and select all these. Usually for the first photo, it wants to be the most optimal photo. So I took a picture afterwards after we recorded, but you want this is essentially your thumbnail, right? So think about YouTube, like the picture that you see before you click the video. It's essentially the same thing. It's going to be on your listing when people are scrolling through on the recommended. It's going to be the first picture that pops up, so it's the most important one. It needs to be very clear, it needs to be very good, and showcase exactly what it is that you have and be very appealing to where people click on it. So use that as your first one, and then select all the other ones. Obviously, the GRA one, I have to like rotate that. You can do it in camera settings, but then I'm going to show all these. And you can even add a video if you want to too. It does help a little bit. So then title, I already have all this drafted out, but I'll go through it. So as you can see, it says VVS1 Moissanite Engagement Ring. Looks super clean. It describes exactly what it is, right? And it also has a capital at the beginning of each word. Capital letter at the beginning of each word just makes it look professional compared to all these other sloppy listings. And then for price, for rings, I mean, it can vary a little bit, but usually you're going to want to list these for around $150 to $250. So, and you can always go lower on price. That's what I always tell people. So you can just start off at $200, or even for that case, you can just do a little marketing tactic. Just $195. That works perfectly. And then for condition, you're going to want to put new. And then description, I already have this drafted out as well, but I'll explain why this works. So the very first thing that I did within the description is Moissanite engagement ring. I put 0.5 carat. It's supposed to be 1 carat. Moissanite, so I'm pretty much just restating the title as the top line in the description for SEO purposes, which is pretty much search engine optimization. So however many keywords in your actual description is relating to the people searching when they're actually like searching up to buy something, it's going to pop up higher because you have more keywords that's relating to that person's search and the algorithm of whatever app you're selling on eBay, Facebook, whatever. So I restate the title as the top line, And then the second one, I kind of just listed different benefits and kind of like different selling points. So made out of 925 silver, passes the diamond tester, and comes with GRA certificates. Those are like three bold, very good selling points that's going to convince someone and actually like initiate them to start buying or be like a good incentive for them to place the order. And then perfect for proposing, gifting, or keeping for yourself. So kind of just like a motive potentially why they would want to buy. And then can ship or meet up. And then feel free to ask any questions. So I always just kind of include at the bottom to kind of just like feel welcoming. You kind of in the description want to handle all of the objections, which kind of means like any question, any big question that the buyer might have when they're on your listing, it can lead to them just clicking off and going to another listing. So you want to have every potential question that the buyer could ask, like it handled. You want to have it written out so they don't have to like message you and go back and forth. You want to have everything handled in the description so they know exactly what they're getting, all the details that they might have. And then that's the price, description, photos, and the title. And then right here on Marketplace, you can see list in more places. So that's where your groups are going to pop up. Only 2 of them are showing or only 3 of them, because like sometimes you have to get accepted into the group. But this is where you would select all those different groups right there and then press done. And then you can do up to 20. And then once you actually post it, it's going to go into those different groups. And then besides that, there's only one other thing, right? So where it says boost listing after publishing, basically this is like running an ad on Facebook. So I can select this. After I publish it, it's going to ask more about it. I'm not going to do that right now. But essentially, you're paying for views. You're paying for more engagement on your actual product, or you're paying for it to be pushed out to more people within the actual marketplace category. This is super, super, super clutch. You can pay a very little amount of money to reach thousands and tens of thousands of people. So I'm pretty sure you can pay like $5 and it can reach like 10 to 20K people. So you can literally only pay like $5, $10 and it's going to reach like almost 10,000 people. So it really helps. So I would boost it. You don't have to even spend too much. You can set your own budget. You can spend $2 a day if you want to. But for now, I'm going to leave that off because obviously like this isn't my actual listing. And then I'm just going to press publish. And as you can see, it says publishing. It's going to take a minute. On this new account, it's my first one, so it might take a minute. But that's pretty much it. And you're pretty much going to rinse and repeat that on every single app. Like Facebook, as you can see right there, it just published. Facebook, OfferUp, Depop, all the different apps I mentioned. And there's this one app that you guys can actually get where you guys can connect all your marketplaces, or not all of them, but all the important ones into one, and then pretty much post it from one thing. So this is pretty much called cross-listing. Like no other reseller would talk about this, but the app is called SellRaise. I'll pop up a picture right here. And essentially the way it works is you would connect your Depop, eBay, Mercari, Facebook, OfferUp, well, all those different apps, the 5 big ones, you can connect them all into one place so you can track your analytics there. But the most important one is you can cross list. So all you would do is after you have all the apps connected, you can make one centralized listing where you have your titles, photo, description, price, and then when you press publish, it's going to send them out to all those different connected apps. So instead of having to do it one by one on all these different apps, you could just save like literally like 80-90% of your time by just cross listing, tracking all your analytics in one. And after you posted your listing on all those different apps, basically now you get into the selling process and actually getting the sale and making the money. So the first way to do this is the fulfillment process of in-person meetups. So this is local selling on like Facebook, OfferUp, Craigslist, and Nextdoor. Basically within these, they have messaging systems within the app. So you'll post a listing on them, people will scroll through if they're interested and want to buy. They can basically message you within the app, and then they might ask some questions, they might want to lower the price or whatever the case may be, but eventually they're going to be interested and want to buy. So through there, you're going to set up a time and a place to meet up with someone, and obviously this person is going to be close to you within the area of your city. And then from there, I would try to do 2 different safety precautions. So the first one is meeting up during the daytime, and then meeting up at a public location like a gas station, a Walmart, wherever you want to do. So basically set up a time and a place to meet up with the customer, and then do the in-person meetup. Meet up with them, hand them the product, they hand you the cash, or they would pay you like Zelle, Cash App if they don't have cash. All right, now the second option that you have is shipping it out. So a lot of people think this is complicated, but it's really easy. Essentially, you're just shipping it through the mail to people. So on apps like Depop or Etsy or eBay, these are going to kind of consist on those. So basically on these apps, people can either send you an offer or they can just straight up click buy now on your listing and buy it. And then once they buy it, you'll basically get a shipping label within the app that gets emailed to you, or you can access it within the actual mobile app on your phone. And then from there, you can either, you download it and then you can print it. So you can either print it yourself. We have a normal printer that we used to use, but obviously as we started scaling up, we got a label printer, which pretty much just makes it way faster and just more efficient. You can it has like a better size on it for a shipping label, and you can just peel it, it sticks right on. So instead of like cutting it out with paper and then taping it on there, which is way slower, once you get more orders, you kind of want to invest in one of these, which is like $80. So highly recommend that. But essentially after that, or even if you don't have like a label printer or a printer at all, which a lot of people don't, you can just go to the post office that you sold it at. So if you sold it through whatever carrier like USPS, UPS, FedEx, you could just go to that post office, and then when you go to drop off the package, say, I don't have a label, can you make one for me? And essentially you can kind of like email them the PDF of your label, and then they print it for like less than $1. All right, and like I said, I actually did get a sale for Moissanite earrings on eBay for $150. So I'm actually going to show you guys right now the process of how to ship something out. So I have this pulled up right here on my phone, but it's through USPS right here. It's basically just in a browser. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and click, you guys already know the icon where it's like a little box with the arrow at the top. And then basically you can go ahead and click that. And then I'm gonna connect it. So for this app, or for this label right here, it's called Nelco. That's like the brand. There's an app that you can connect it to. So you would click like that up arrow where you kind of share it. And then it brings you to the app with that label already in it. And then you go ahead and press print, and obviously it's already on. So it's gonna go ahead and then come out, boom, just like that. So then you just kind of go ahead and take it off like that, and there's like a little sticky thing you just stick off and then slap on the package. So we're actually going to show you guys the product right now, pack it up, and then we'll get it shipped out. Keep in mind, you guys can also, when it comes to selling moissanite, get different jewelry boxes. So I have these ones right here, these main ones that I ship in, but you can get them for like 60 cents to about like $2 a piece, kind of just depending on the material and how it looks. You can also get ones just for marketing purposes where it has like a light coming down and shining on the actual piece itself, so it looks shiny. For obviously just for marketing purposes, that one. But then you can get ones for like obviously cheaper, like I said, like 60 cents to like even $1 or $2. That's obviously, you're gonna be able to ship in these ones, so it just looks more professional. You might get returning customers, it just looks better. So I got the 0.5 stud earrings. These are the ones we sold, so we're gonna get them put in right here. And then also when it comes to shipping, you guys need to know shipping supplies. So you can either ship in two different kind of things, like either boxes or poly mailers. So a poly mailer is these things over here, as you can see. You can get like a 200 pack of them for like literally 15 bucks. So I recommend these for like lighter, smaller, cheaper items, and then maybe something like huge or not huge, but maybe like you know, something that's pretty big or it's pretty heavy, or you're getting a bulk order. I'd recommend getting boxes, and then you'll just need tape, and then you know, obviously like scissors or something cut. So that's pretty much it. So we're gonna get this packed up. All right, so as you guys can see, we got the 0.5 carat stud in there on this nice blue box. So we're gonna go ahead and put that there. We actually got the GRA too to match with it, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then put it in some bubble wrap. And you guys don't necessarily need bubble wrap, but it always helps because obviously it's just going to keep the package more safe for customers, and it's just going to be better overall. But ideally, if you have more fragile products, you're going to 100% need some bubble wrap. So we're going to get this taped up. Rip the tape a little bit. Make sure you guys get packing tape, not just like normal like school type of tape. You want to get packing tape so it holds nice and strong. And then we'll just finish it like that. And then go ahead and put it in here. And the poly mailer. And then this is why poly mailers are so good. You don't need any tape. You don't need anything like that. Just go ahead and has a little sticky side right here. So this little side right there is sticky. Just go ahead and slap it right there. And then boom, it's packed up. Now you just gotta put the label on it. And boom, just like that. That's what it's gonna look like. You just slap it on there. And then, yeah, this is what it should look like after everything's done. And then from here, pretty much all that's left to do is go ahead and ship it out at whatever carrier it is. So for us, it's USPS, so we just go to the local post office and ship it there. And then now, obviously, once you got the money from that sale, it's either gonna be cash that you can obviously put in like a bank account, or if you're getting a sale through online, it's just gonna go to your bank account once it's deposited. And once you get the payout, you're obviously now gonna need to reinvest your money, which is super important. So when it comes to reinvesting, it's pretty simple, right? So for example, I just sold those earrings. Obviously, I'm at where I'm at now, but let's say that was you right there. You just sold those earrings you bought them for 30, you sold them for 150. With that money, you can now go and buy 5 earrings for $30 each. So once you sell something and you know it works and it actually sells pretty fast, just go in on more of those products, right? And then maybe you can get 4 earrings and then test out one other product. So you eventually want to keep doing what you know works, because you don't want to risk too much when you have low capital. But eventually you'll start scaling up. You'll find a winning product that works for you, which for moissanite it'll work for everyone. And then it'll eventually be able to expand to different things, right? So earrings work pretty well. It's probably my best seller. But I also have rings. I have like these Cuban bracelets right here. I have like a black one. Right, so there's more expensive stuff that you can start scaling up to. But yeah, I never started at this point where I'm at now, right? So the thing that worked for me was earrings. That's why I have like, there's like 30 in there. There's like a bunch in here, a bunch in here. So obviously you kind of just got to work your way up. But it's super important to reinvest your money. Don't be spending on food and all this other, like stupid, that's really not going to have a return on investment. Just stay small, keep it small, keep it all at the beginning. Just keep locking in, reinvesting your money, and you guys will soon stack up. All right, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this entire video. We covered everything from, actually picking a product and finding the vendor for it, all the way to, actually scaling and reinvesting your money, which is pretty much the entire scope of everything you need to know. So yeah, again, moissanite vendor will be in the description. That's what I would get started with. Even to this day, bro, this is my main selling product, right? So if you can get products for 25, 30 bucks, sell for 200 plus, it's an easy way to kind of work your way up the ladder and easily start scaling. All their other vendors will be in the description too. If you want to apply to work with me one-on-one on my mentorship, all of those links will be down below. So make sure to scroll and check those out. Besides that, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below any feedback or anything you guys want to know, any questions, next videos you want to see potentially. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.